I'm gonna need parents to parent even when their kids are 80 years old. I don't care. You see me? I do not care how old you are. What the heck is going on? They say this generation is bad, blah, 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 blah. Now, this chick, what's her face? Rachel, she's older than the this generation type situation, okay? We're going to see in a minute how old she is. I think she's late 20s or so. Maybe even early 30s. I don't know. Don't mean to offend. But anyway, she's old enough. But this one, she's walking around like she ain't got no home training at all. What a mess. Sitting across the table from her mom talking about some, oh, yes, I sent my my second inmate lover $30,000. But you know, what's money anyway? YOLO. What? It's time for love after lockup, baby. A whole mess. So she's what, 35? Oh, I did you good, girl. I did you good. 35, probably because she got brains. Okay, the brains are keeping her young because she's a whole engineer and he's 28. That age difference. And the way he talks to her with that, oh, you but a little boy. You but a little boy compared to her. But you have a kid, she doesn't. You've dumped your kid on her. In fact, I can't. It's a lot. It's really a lot.
Frustrates me, you know it.
I know, but it's almost over with.
Everything frustrates this guy. Every time she's talking to him, he's frustrated about one thing or another. You should have done this. You should have done this earlier. I'm frustrated. And I can imagine that prison is frustrating. But don't put that out on her, the woman who is taking care of your kid. What? We've never even seen something like this before. I mean, Scott from Lindsay and Scott from last season, he was trying to take care of Miley Grace, or yeah, whatever her name was. But that was when Lindsay actually got out of prison. We're talking about somebody who is still in prison and has just dumped his kid on his, in fact, whatever.
Just a couple more days.
Almost ain't good enough.
Look at that.
The longest amount of time that Doug has been out of prison is 40 days.
I love you.
Since when?
I love you too.
His like, since what? When did he start going to prison? What?
Doug is gonna have issues with following the rules. That's not
And you're okay with that?
like his forte. Hi, honey.
And what are you gonna do about that? You're in love with a man who doesn't like following rules, aka the law. We're not talking about small rules. We're talking about the law rules. You should actually say that. You're dealing with a man who doesn't like following the law. Now, how do you think your life is gonna pan out? That of you, that of your children. She mentioned the last time something about adopting the boy that's there. He seems all right. He seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. But then you want to procreate with this man as well. Where's that going to lead if the dad is somebody who doesn't like following the law, obeying the law? Good luck.
I know you think I'm crazy, but I did the date a prison guy thing again.
I mean, sometimes you do look a little bit woo. It's like, well, I did the dating a prison guy again. You might think I'm crazy, but yes. Why are you so about it?
Prior to Doug, I was married to another convict. He was a heroin. It was horrible.
And H-A-D. Can't say the word.
That's why we really didn't, our relationship didn't go that far. I was not looking for a serious relationship. In fact, my intent on writing Doug was pure friend support, nothing more.
Now, that profile, to be honest, what does it even say? Started this profile hoping that you'll meet new people and make new friends. Okay, he didn't talk about finding a lover or whatever. I guess they don't really do that, usually. They just make it like, oh, I'm just looking for something platonic. And next thing they know...
Or nothing more.
I don't want those 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning calls like previous.
Doug doesn't have an addiction problem.
Maybe she just, I don't know if she just wants to be the fixer-upper.
30.
She probably does, but what are you also... Okay, she's a grown woman, okay? I know she's a grown woman. The mom can't really do all that much, okay? This is a whole grown woman. But the advice is also not there. Like the interest to know more details and the advice. I know they heavily edit all these shows, but I'm just flabbergasted at how these people are talking to their family members. The lack of advice, the lack of listen. What is he like? What has he said? What is the instance that you were complaining about the other day? Okay, what about this? This is how you can work that out. Like, so she's just gonna keep walking around talking about, oh, he's very snarky today. And just like that. She likes just walking around, oh, he's very feisty, very ooh, today, ooh. But he's literally like that every day. What you're not realizing is that this is your reality. And he's going to continue to be like this every single day. Every single day. That's his character. And you love it. Because you're not doing anything about it. At no point is she saying, listen up. Pause it right there. You're not going to talk to me like that. I'm taking care of your kid. So you're not just going to talk to me anyhow. If you don't like the way I'm raising your kid or you have some concerns or whatever, we can talk about that, fine. But don't come at me like last time what we saw on some, yeah, well, as long as he's going to have somebody in the house who treats him the way you do, he's going to continue to be a spoiled brat. He's going to continue to be, what? What about your part of raising the kid that you were supposed to do, but instead you ended up in prison because you don't like following the law? Okay.
1,000?
She sent him 30,000. She's now breaking this news to the mom. And look at the reaction. Because you think about yourself, what you would do, what you would say, what you would think when you realize, wow, this is my daughter. She has reached the lowest, I don't even know what valley she's in. This is terrible. But the mom is just like, oh, well, that's a bit much, don't you think?
That's food, that's hotels, that's gas, that's phone calls, that's...
I never even realized, because actually when they say I've spent this amount on the person, sometimes they're probably not talking about just spending that amount. If they live somewhere else and the person lives somewhere else, it will be transportation to the place, hotels, all the things that come with it. Yeah, it's not easy. It's for sure not easy.
That's a huge chunk out of your savings.
It's okay to be silly. It's okay to be silly sometimes in life because you learn from it. But to be silly and just be like, oh, well, this is what I don't get. You're being silly, you learn from it, and when you tell other people about your silliness, you can't have an all well attitude. You need to show a little bit of, what is the word? Shame. A little bit of humility. A little bit of just like, it needs to show in your face that you're like, yeah, I actually sent him. It was 30,000. Yeah, it was a mad thing. Yeah. But no, these people don't have
You
that.
take money to the grave, can't you?
Well, you can't take money to the grave, can you? YOLO. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I put in the thumbnail. It's literally that YOLO lifestyle. And just wait till he just decides to skedazzle after all this money you've given. I'm waiting for one of these inmates to collect the money. Because even with the travels and everything, he would have at least gotten 10, 20,000, if not more, to himself. I would love to see one of them who just somehow kept this money and is like planning to invest. They've been in prison. They've learned all about investing, finances and everything. And they're going to invest as soon as they come out and turn themselves into millionaires with your money. And then possibly le bounce. I'm waiting for the day for something like that to happen because, hey, inmates cannot be discounted. These people are in there learning and reading more books than people outside in the free world have time to do.
Even though we've never spent time together in the outside world.
Never. They've never. Listen to me. They have never ever spent time together in the outside world, but yet she's taking care of his kid. Wow.
I've never seen anybody put so much effort into me or to like worshiping me almost.
I've never seen anybody. Look, you are also worshiping him because everything he says, any snarky remark that he makes, you're like, I'm just being very snarky today. That's your response. You're not, you take it. So you're also worshiping him. obviously, because otherwise she would say something about this horrible behavior that he's showing, right? And then what else did she say? Some other nonsense. You just hold on.
Me.
Yeah.
In the outside world, I've never seen anybody put so much effort into me. Or
I've never seen somebody put so much effort into me. What about what you're doing? You're raising a whole kid that's not even your own. We're not talking about a 2-year-old that you can mold and make them follow your rules more easily. They're not gonna say there's not gonna be too much back talk. You're talking about a whole 12-year-old boy who is very articulate, can tell you no, can tell you, why do you keep checking up on me? Because she went and she was like, are you okay? He was like, stop asking me that. You're having to deal with all this. You don't think you're worthy of somebody who would at least speak to you with some respect? You don't think you're doing a lot for him as well? Like the way she's mentioning it as if she's not doing anything. 30,000 and now you're babysitting somebody's kid. They sure know how to sweet talk. Ooh, they know how to sweet talk in these jails, because this is madness.
Like worshiping me almost. He said he would even get his genitalia tattooed with my name on it, which I told him absolutely not.
We're just gonna leave that one alone.
Mama Bear will be looking for those signs after I meet him.
You shouldn't be that eager to meet him. That's another thing. What do you call it? Brittany's mom was like, I'm not meeting him. I don't care. I'm not meeting this guy. But this woman is like open arms. And I like it, because then you can vet the person. You can figure them out. You can pick them apart. You can throw some mommy wisdom in there. But this mommy, look, mommies, these mommies, they all mean well. This mommy looks like the cutie type, but this is your daughter's life. You cannot really change her, but you can try. You can try to put some sense into her. You can try to gear the whole situation to a more favorable outcome, which is not dating an inmate all the time. But yet here we are. In any case, if you're not already part of the family, make sure that you hit bump stomp ass on that subscribe button, comment, because I really want to know what you think. Like, because you obviously like this video, and hit the notification bell while you're at it. I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Daily-ish videos up in here. In the meantime, make time for glorious life. It's time to start living it right. God bless. Take care. Use your senses. You are wise. You're wiser than you think. Give yourself credit for the things that you do. You do more than you know. You do more than people give you credit for. And if you're in a circle of people who don't give you credit at all, le bounce. Mwah.